Hello, day 116, and today's topic is um, what to focus on, what is important for you. Now, if we think back, and I went through all those past weeks, I had the impression that we have spoken about focus. But as so many months have passed, um, every month there's a dominating topic that has had a huge impact in my life and still has. And lately weeks and this month it was that making myself independent from others. And it's not only about the opinion, it's more the unconscious influence that our surroundings has. The mass media, social media, friends, the impact that we're reading something, the what are we hunting after, some dream, some the next success. How many of us do not want to have success and trying one idea after the other? And I don't am against following the success, but I become aware slowly but little by little that it's not about hunting, it's about living and then be open for the right moment. And after so many weeks, if you ask again the question what to focus on, suddenly you see the whole picture in a different light. Suddenly, it's not about chasing a dream and doing the next step for your goal, which will always be there. If you have a goal and you finish it, there will be a next goal. But the question now is, as you are feeling that you have the chain in your hand and you can cut them from you. You'll be no longer a victim of the circumstances, but you can decide to change the circumstances in a proper way so that um, they support you on your path. Suddenly the whole thing gains a new kind of feeling, a new perspective, and as where the focus go energy flows, the whole energy is at a new level. First it was just following and being happy that you have achieved it, and now suddenly you feel like the whole world lies on your floor. And a friend of mine who was also in here, she had tried out so many things and she gives me feedback, and sometimes I see that even what I'm saying can be understood also in a different way. So you can't avoid it, but it's to find a proper way to communicate what I tried to say. And suddenly we seeing it's like we have gained the key to happiness because we make ourselves independent from others. And it's about also focusing on what you would like instead of what you try to avoid. And suddenly there's no question like, well, how can it be there's 1 week of happiness? Well, it can't be that the whole life will be this way. Then it must change. And suddenly you focus in again on what might go wrong, and suddenly things go wrong. And I think if this is not an illusion, I think even if you see things in a light, in a way that you are mastering, things can also go wrong, but you don't feel them as a mistake, as something that has to be avoided. You gain it from power, understanding, and from looking new ways to overcome them. And there's just a natural thing in life. I read it lately, some books about philosophers, and it was about you can't avoid pain in life, but you can gain a proper way to deal with them without being a horror in your life. And so let's come back, and if you ask yourself now, what is it that you will want to focus on? I think you see things in a different light. To wrap this up, when I started to make what is called kind of apprenticeship that is called NLP, neuro-linguistic programmation, in communication, one of the first lessons that we learned was go through the world without judging. And we are learning when we grow up to put everybody in a shelf and thinking that if he's like this, then he is that. And suddenly, if you leave this, you see more opportunities. And suddenly I didn't understand the world, or if somebody told me something, I didn't understood because I saw more opportunities. Why? Because if you told me, well, it's there exactly in front of you, I was seeing more opportunities. So I say in front of me, there's a left side and a right side, and suddenly I didn't understand the world. But this is what's happening with personal growth. You become aware of more things that are around you. Same things that had been there from the start in the past, but you couldn't see them. What brings us to the current moment, that you have so many opportunities, so many things you can try out. And maybe this will help you also if you have in a conflict with other people. You will find a new approach, an approach that does not separate you from others, but bring you near them. So you can choose, do you want to focus on what goes wrong, or maybe try out something new that brings you closer to the other and is a solution that won't separate you from them. So often we are following something and do something that because we think if I do it in another way, it will make the other person angry or will disappoint them. But you have never thought that maybe going your own way will bring you on a path that may also make happy the other person and may bring you closer together. So just try out, have the courage to go your own way, and be surprised on how close they bring other people in your surroundings near you. Stay tuned and happy to have you with me tomorrow. Bye-bye.